It's the full moon. It's Work It Wednesday, not work it, but shadow work. I don't know who needs to hear this.
Smile on your face, another day. Go, yeah, they say now you're in a better place. And
Yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. Wait just a second and I will jump on this. Okay. How's everybody's day? I'll jump on it. How are you guys? So today we do Manifestation Mondays on Mondays. I had a very non-eventful but eventful weekend. And so I can't with you right now. I will jump on it. It is a Monday. And actually today, like typically my Mondays are insane at work, and this today was very calm, oddly enough. And everything's been, it's just been. But so on Mondays, if you're in here, thank you. I enjoy my freedom of being single. You can't get me. You're a vampire. I can say no. What? I don't even see your name. Who says that to me? I am not a vampire. Hey, David, how are you? I am not a vampire. I'm a very nice person, thank you. I'm gonna get you. Good, David, I'm glad. Just so everybody knows, I'm not a vampire. I'm not going to steal your soul. Usually you have to give those willingly here. So. No, I am not. I don't steal souls. I don't drink blood either. I do like vampires. Oh my, that's what your wife said on the first date. I am not a vampire. I do not steal souls. I really don't. I mean, I'll take them if they're given freely, but I do not steal souls. That's the best. I love that. That's better than asking me for a foot pic or, she said she was a vampire. Gotcha. I am not. Just so we're all clear, I am not. I always get some interesting conversation, though, so I appreciate you coming in and, telling me I can't have you. Because I was looking forward to it. Oh, my goodness. It takes more than that for me, guys. It does. Hey, Jen. All right, are we ready now that we got over and everybody now knows I'm not going to take your soul and I'm not going to take my soul. Oh, Julie, someone he may still be in here, I don't know. I can't even remember what he said. He said, no, you're a vampire, you can't have my soul. And I was like, I'm not in the business of taking souls. You have to give those freely. I know. I'm disappointing. I mean, I might role play all day long. I just am not a real vampire. But I will definitely take those instead of some of the other messages I get. I got this week a couple of, will you be my sugar baby? No. Weird. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys being in. We are going to go ahead and start. So, thanks for the gifts, Bo. We're going to jump on it, as I said earlier. I'm going to jump on it. I'm feisty today. I'm feisty this week. So, I want to talk to you guys about standing in your own way, right? Standing in your own way. whenever there's something that you want, right? And we always get in our own way. We are our biggest obstacle. We are the biggest mountain in front of us. And there's reasons for it. So I want to go through that. Thanks for the gifts, Bo. So I want to talk to you about 8 signs that you're standing in your own way of manifesting and having things that you want in your life. A lot of times it's fear, right? Fear of the unknown. 1, 2, it is that you're scared for change, because change is fucking terrifying, because we're comforted within the chaos that we've been in, if that makes sense. So here are 8 signs, and I'm not a vampire today, but 8 signs that you're standing in your own way and what you can do about it. And then I want to talk to you also about I appreciate you. Thank you, magician. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. I have not been told that today. I've been told I was a vampire, though. Of course, gummy bears. Okay, so then I'm going to talk to you about 8 signs that you're standing in your own way. And then I want to talk to you about unlocking your inner power, recognizing when you're standing in your own way. Okay, actually, I'm going to do that one first. I have a thing for red gummy bears, guys. All right, unlock your inner power, recognizing when you're standing in your own way. We do it. We give excuses all day long on why we can't have things that we want in our life. Feed the excuses to me, because I am queen of them as well. I get it. But there are reasons why. Have you ever felt like you're constantly hitting roadblocks and struggling to achieve happiness or your goals? Often the biggest obstacle standing in our way is you. Right? You is you and you and you and you. We unknowingly become our own saboteurs, if you will, hindering our progress, limiting our potential, and limiting our happiness. Crystal, are you sabotaging yourself? We do it all day long. But how do you know when you're in your own way? Okay, that's what I want to talk about. How do you know when it's you? How do you know when it's you? Hey, Brian. Hey, kindness and compassion. Much love to you, too. How do you know when you're the one standing in your own way? Today, we're going to kind of talk about the signs that indicate you might be self-sabotaging. And I want to tell you a few things on what you can do to kind of counteract that. Fear of failure, absolutely, Julie. What if it's not the right decision? What if I regret it? It's better for me to stay right here and not be fully content in what I want, because what if, right? Totally feel that. Procrastination, 100%. Guilty, right? Guilty. Me too. We do these things to ourselves and we don't even mean to. There's a lot of things that stand in the way. So self-doubt and negative self-talk. You doubt yourself. You don't think that you are good enough. You don't think that it'll work out good. You don't feel like you're worth it. You have nothing but negative things to say about yourself, truly. You may fake that out with everybody else, but so many of us, right? 95% of us in this room right now, you may outwardly say, I deserve this. But when it comes down to it, do you? Do you really feel like you do? Right? So self-doubt and negative self-talk. One of the key indicators that you're in your own way, is persistent self-doubt and negative self-talk. When you constantly question your abilities, your every move, and believe that you're not worthy of success or of happiness, you're undermining your own confidence and potential. Pay attention to your inner dialogue and challenge those self-limiting beliefs. Replace self-doubt with self-affirmation and embrace a positive mindset. Okay, I am not one of those people that are going to tell you everything's going to be happy all the time, because it's not. It's not. And that's life. right? That's life. But what we do have is we know what makes us happy. We know what makes us feel good. We know what makes us feel terrible. And we still will end up choosing things that make us feel terrible or make us feel confused or put us in a state of bleh because of these things, right? Hey, Donna. So the other one, so negative self-talk. Anybody a negative self-talker in here? Anybody look in the mirror and go, ew? Anybody think I don't deserve this? Anybody think it'll happen for someone else? Negative self-talk, right? And it's just ingrained in us, right? It's ingrained in us. We're not good enough. We don't matter. Someone else is more important, so I'm going to put my stuff back. Hey, girly. Negative self-talk is huge, okay? Fear of failure is another. Fear of failure can paralyze us and prevent us from taking risk or pursuing any dreams or any happiness. If you find yourself constantly avoiding challenges or playing it safe to avoid potential failure, you're likely hindering your own progress. Does this sound like anybody you know? Right? Does this sound like anybody you know? Embrace failure as an opportunity for growth and learning, and recognize that failure is a natural part of any journey towards success and happiness, that each setback brings valuable lessons and awareness. Okay? Hey, girly. Hey, Glenda. So, self-doubt, negative self-talk will kick your butt all over town when it comes to being happy. Okay? And for unlocking, if you want to unlock your potential and your inner power, you have to learn how to handle these things. Another one is procrastination. Any procrastinators in here? Kindness, I don't know, dear. You are good in here. I don't know. Procrastination and lack of action. Any procrastinators in here? Not rebel. Nope. If you're a procrastinator, you're in good company. We all do this at some point, right? We hold off, we wait, we don't have hard conversations, we push things away that we don't want to deal with because, well, we're okay right here, so why even do that now, right? Procrastinators. When you constantly delay taking action or find yourself stuck in a cycle of procrastination, you're impeding your own progress. Like, you know you need to do something and you hold off and you don't, right? You don't. Because why? There is no reason, right? You very well could be sabotaging yourself and you don't even understand or realize it. Procrastination, though, is often fueled by fear, perfectionism, or lack of clarity. If you can break tasks into smaller, manageable steps, set realistic deadlines, and hold yourself accountable by taking consistent action, even in small increments, you will build up momentum to where you can move a little bit forward and overcome the self-imposed barriers that you have that are holding you back. Okay? This is normal. It's a normal part of your growing process. Another one is resistant to change. Anybody resistant to change? Anybody in here? Anybody resistant to change? Does everybody love change? No. A lot of people are resistant to change. Here are the things that come up when there's change, right? When change comes, you're worried things are going to be different. This person may not like me. This may happen and it may just be a shitstorm. I may have to move. I may have to change jobs. I may have to do so many different things. Change. But change is actually the only consistent thing in our life, right? Nothing typically stays the same. One true consistency you have in life is change. You don't mind change? That is very much growth for anybody, because change can be hard. Change can be uncomfortable and challenging, but when you resist it, it keeps you stagnant, prevents personal growth. If you find yourself clinging to familiar routines and resisting new opportunities or ideas, you, my friend, might be standing in your own way. You might also embrace growth mindset to view change as an opportunity for self-improvement and expansion. I want to talk about expansion here in a minute. Step out of your comfort zone, embrace new experiences, and open yourself up to possibilities that change could bring. Can change bring pain? Yes. Can change bring terrible feelings? Yes. Can change bring amazing shit into your life? Yes. Comparison, that's the next one. So I want to talk to you about expansion. This is a huge thing here. We are in this box, right? It may not be a perfect box, but I'm going to make a box, right? This is your box. You're inside this box. You're safe in this box. You're comfortable in this box. Anytime you get close to the edge of this box, you get a little bit scared and you stay in that box. When you lift your leg and hike your leg to climb over that hurdle to get outside your box, you now find yourself in a new box. Okay? It was scary climbing out of this box, but now you're in a new box because now you've done something, you've expanded, and you have more possibilities, you have more things going on. Your view of the world is very different because it's new, right? There's a lot of new things you've done. But when you get comfortable in this box, it's time for you to step out into another box. Okay? You step out into another box, right? Scary. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. You do it. And then you step into another box, right? You continuously step out of a box and you're creating a whole nother box. And it's fine if you're comfortable in that box and you don't want to grow. But for you to grow as a person, you have to continuously step outside of the boxes that you create as you grow. When you continuously do that, you eventually get to where the possibilities are really limitless, right? You've stepped outside and you've put yourself so much out there that there are so many possibilities in your life that can happen that it's very beautiful. Scary. Scary. I like being inside my box, right? I do. It's comfortable. But thank you for the gifts, Magic. It's comfortable, but it's important to step outside of your box, and it's empowering to step outside of your box. But just know you're keeping this box for a while. Just know that when the time comes that you want to grow, you still got to lift the leg and step outside the next box, right? And then that brings in a whole nother listing or creation of possibilities for you. Do the hokey pokey and step outside your box. So that can truly give you some amazing, amazing stuff. Okay. Comparison and self-judgment. Ooh, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. I'm so good at it. I don't even know I'm doing it half the time. Right. So as people, we compare ourselves and have self-judgment in huge ways, right? I will nitpick on myself, not so much now, but I will nitpick on myself all day long. I can tell you every single thing I don't like about myself so much quicker than anything I like, right? This is normal, unfortunately, for everybody. Comparison and self-judgment, right? I'm really tall. I'm a lot curvy. I stand out. I would love to be teeny tiny, right? You compare yourself. Actually, you don't even know what that person over there is experiencing. You don't know. You just assume from your perspective that it's so much better. When I know people who are teeny tiny, they have the exact same esteem issues as I do. Okay. It always looks so much better from our eyes. Comparison and self-judgment will kick your butt and keep you in your box. In fact, it will push you back into a smaller box because you feel uncomfortable. So it's important to understand that you do not see yourself the way other people see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. You do not see yourself the way other people see you, right? You, right? Wildflower, Magic City, Rebel, Avron, Off Limits. Everybody can look. Donna, we can all look at ourselves in the mirror and we can point out things that we don't like, things that we've struggled our whole life with. But other people don't see those things, especially when they love you and they care about you as a person, right? It's us. It's ingrained in us. So we compare ourselves to other people when everyone is beautiful in their own way. right? It's sad. It's sad that that's how we are, right? Because we're all so very different. And so it's ingrained in us in a very young age that this is what's acceptable. This is how you should be. This is how you should look. This is what you should do. And it's just kind of ingrained in us that anything outside of what is deemed normal is not as good, when in fact, it's always really good, right? So constantly comparing yourself to others and engaging in self-judgment is a surefire way to hinder your progress. Each person's journey is unique, and comparing yourself to others only leads to feelings of being inadequate and having self-doubt. Focus on your own progress, celebrate your achievements, no matter how small they may be. Practice self-compassion and recognize that everyone has their own path and their own pace. I don't mean to sound conceited, but I look pretty good. That's good. That's great. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know you, so I don't know what you think about yourself. I'm just using you as an example. Okay. You were just there in the feed at the right time. When you compare yourself to other people and you see what they're doing, you constantly feel like, oh man, I haven't done that yet. I haven't got that far yet. How come they're getting to do that and I'm not? I've tried really hard. What's the difference? And then it actually pushes you further back into a box, and you don't accomplish as much self-growth when you do this. It's so easy to do. Okay, it's so easy to do. But even it's harder to stop doing that. Okay, but you have to find yourself in the right group of people to where, I mean, I know some of you guys in person, and you very well know, like, there are things that you could point out that I would be like, you're amazing, you're beautiful, I love you so much. Like, what are you talking about? Right? So constantly comparing yourself to others will set you in a box. It will, in fact, push you back into a tiny little bitty hole, and you will never feel comfortable stepping out because you'll be scared about what other people are going to say. What are other people going to think? Are they going to tell you you're doing something wrong? Or are they going to think that you're stupid? Or are they going to think all these different things, right? And it's okay just to be you, right? To be authentically you. That's enough. And if you don't think it is, work on thinking that it is, because it is. Recognizing when you're in your own way is like discovering a superpower within yourself. You guys know I always tell you triggers, when you have triggers, they are these open invitations to classrooms where you're the subject that you can go into and figure out, why the fuck did I just freak out? Right? That is a gift, right? It's an opportunity for you to look deeper. Recognizing you're in your own way is like discovering the superpower, because all of a sudden you realize you're doing it to yourself, so you understand now that you can change it and you understand what to do. It's all about how we talk to ourselves. Be your inner cheerleader, your inner critic. By embracing the magic of self-talk, we open doors to our true potential and create our own reality. So you need to be extra gentle with yourself, right? Extra gentle with yourself, and give yourself a little compassion and take some stepping stones to it. Good licks haven't helped you as far as money goes. Well, there's sites for that. Maybe you're not on the right side. All right, so here's 8 ways real quick I'm going to go through. 8 signs that you are standing in your own way. Are you listening? Turn your ears on. Right? Turn your ears on. And some of this will coincide. I just want to make sure that I tell you ways that you can counteract it. So one, of course, is self-doubt. Many times we ask ourselves if we have what it takes to succeed. We're always really good at selling ourselves short. Thank you for the gifts. Appreciate you. It's okay to challenge your actions and learn from mistakes. But self-doubt, don't think about why you can't. Have you ever said that? I can't do that. I just can't. I can't. Don't think about why you can't, but think about how and what you would need to succeed or to feel better about succeeding. Don't think about why you can't. right? Stop with the excuses. Why I can't. I don't have money. I could never do that. I can't talk in front of people. I don't want to just go meet people and teach them things. I can't get on TikTok. I can't. But you can. You can. You can with the right people supporting you. You can with the right mindset. You're going to have fallbacks all the time. Everybody does. You took your comment right out of your mouth. So you have to think about why and what it takes for you to do it. It's okay to challenge, or don't think about why you can't, but think about what you need in order to succeed. Doubts are a result of a low self-esteem. Direct your energy in towards learning to accept yourself and appreciate what you have accomplished already. If you look at how far you've come, it'll be so much easier. Okay? When you can look how far you've come, you're going to be able to see success and reasons why you can instead of what you can't. Okay? Comparing is when you're matching yourselves to others. Like I said, this is going to repeat some things. Capitalize. If you're bad at comparing yourself to others, capitalize on who you are and play to your strengths instead of looking at your flaws. What are some of y'all's strengths? If someone said, Averon, tell me what your strength is. Rebel, what is your strength? Tell me some of your strengths. What are your strengths? My strength is I love relentlessly, even when I shouldn't. Right? I love passionately. And I love you where you're at. I have a strength. I love doing makeup. It's art, right? I always keep going no matter what. Art. Ditto. Okay? There's so many things that can be personal things that you do. It can be things that are deemed silly, right? Are you a good cook? Do you wake up happy in the morning? Like, there's so many things through you, that are truly you, that honestly are great things. Helping other people. I love helping other people. I know what it's like not to be helped, right? Capitalize on what your strengths are. Cherish what you have and don't search for what's missing. Cherish what you have and don't search for what's missing. Work what's there. Work with what's there. That's how you grow. You take care of those I care about. Yeah. Here's a really big one. Holding on to the past. I have successfully been able to release the person that I used to be. She wasn't even a bad person. She was just different. Lots of anxiety. Lots of stress. Always, always, always. I still have it, but it's very different than what it used to be, say, 5 or 6 years ago. Holding on to the past. We tend to either idolize the past as being the good old times or blame it for the way our life turned out. No matter what we do right now, you cannot change it. You can't change it. You can't change it. Everyone has emotional baggage to carry, and the crucial factor is what we do with it. Are we willing to learn how to move on? Are we going to dwell on it and consider it to be? Unhappy is our fate. Okay, I'm here to tell you that letting go of your old self is really hard. Maybe you need to let go of your old self, and it is one that did a lot of damage to other people, and you hurt other people. Maybe the you need to let go of is your inner child that is very hurt and can't move forward because he or she doesn't know that they're going to be well protected now. Letting go. I read this quote the other day, and it said, it was talking about grief. Okay. Talking about grief of when someone passes away. But for me, when you have to let go of some things, it's sometimes the same. So letting go, sometimes when you let go, your grief and the pain is the only thing that still binds you to that person. So when someone passes away, you don't have anything else, right? You only have the pain, and that keeps them alive. You think it keeps them alive. It's the same thing with your grief of trauma in the past. You hold on to that pain because you're hurt, but it's also who you are. It's become your identity. It's not who you are, but you hold on to it because it's a connection there. What happens if you let go of that and that's no longer your identity? Who would you be? Who would you be if you let go, I was a drug addict? Who would you be if you let go that I was in prison? Who would you be if you completely went crazy and hurt someone in a DUI accident? Who would you be? If you let go of those things, who would you be? The pain and the hurt is what keeps it alive when you can start maneuvering that and moving into this person that you're to become. I'm not saying it excuses the pain we've done, but I am saying that it makes it a lot easier for you to let go and move forward into who you're to become. Okay? Perfectionism. Actually, sorry, I skipped this one. Yeah, or others hurting you. Absolutely. When others hurt you and you hold on to that, if you don't hold on to that, then that means that you forgave them. And I don't forgive them because they hurt me. So I have to hold on to that because it keeps it. But it doesn't, right? So don't regard the past as a burden or a happy time that's gone forever, but as a motivation to make things better and find happiness. Above all, forgive yourself for past mistakes. Forgiveness is necessary for self-healing. Hey, Shelly. Lack of perfectionism. Anybody not do things because it needs to be done perfect? Or anybody raised with a parent that always wanted you to do everything perfect, so then you don't do anything because you're not going to ever live up to that expectation? Right? This is perfect shadow work, right? It's you have to be a certain person to be loved. So if I'm going to have to chance that I might not be, then I'm just not going to do it. If we all waited for achieving perfection, no work would ever get done. We could go on and revise our work over and over again. It's never going to be perfect. And at some point, though, we have to stop and trust that it's good enough. When we try to give our best, this is usually more than what we should ever be expected to do. Hey. Turn your thoughts into your ally and not your worst enemy. When the little voice in your head scolds you and says that's not good enough, change perspective. For once, talk to yourself as if you were a good friend and be lenient. I appreciate you. Perfectionism. I had this perfect example, right? You guys know I painted this weekend and I sent it to Rebel and I was like, no, I'm not going to post it. And she's like, oh, you better post it. You know, you tell your mom all the time she has to. And I was like, I'm not going to. And I was like, okay, fine. Right? It doesn't have to be perfect. It's meaningful to me. Right? And you don't sound creepy. You're good. Because I want it to be what I deem as perfect. But I don't get to say how other people see my art or me, in fact. Right? You don't get to say how other people see you. Just like you don't get to say how other people review your art, your face, your body, your progress, your job. You don't get to dictate how I see you. There's nothing that you're going to say to me that's going to make me see you physically any different than what I see in my mind, which may be something totally different than what other people see, right? But you don't get to tell people how they get to see you, okay? And here's a couple of things for you to think about. Do you still remember what the first mobile phone looked like, or computers with the power, or old computers? Do you remember what those look like? Do they look like anything they look like now? Constant improvement. Why would you want to live up to the standards that aren't even met by the most successful companies and people in the world? Right? Silly boxes. Do you think when that first one came out, everybody was like, this is perfect? And then now it's totally different, right? Why would you want to live up to standards that aren't even met by the most successful companies in the world? Accept the wonderful product that you are today and embark on self-improvement without letting perfectionism harass you. Remember the first Apple computer? So when I was little, my grandfather, and I'm 46, so this was when I was 6, so 40 years ago, my grandfather had, still had the printer, right, that had the reams on the side, little circles, and you had to tear that off of the paper, and it made the really loud printing, and the printing was done in like little X's and stuff like that. And he had this scanner that would scan your face, and then it would print it. You know, it looked like, you know, a scanner, right? And it scanned your face. Now we just have phones to do those things, right? It's just crazy the difference that some time and growth takes. Used to draw on that layer. On that paper. Yeah. You peel off the sides, but he used to scan it, and he'd always make, you know, as a 6-year-old, it'd say like wanted, and it'd have my face, but it really, while it was my face, it was a bunch of X's, you know, that they printed up really close. That was the first one. And now it's so very different. Yes, I'm 46. Yes, I am. I'm a grandma. I am. Fear of the unknown. This one gets me all the time because it's like, what if? Life means surprises. Many people dream of shifting their life, but they're too busy and scared to do so. Change is only possible if we're not afraid to do it and deal with what might be coming. We always have a choice. Embarking on self-improvement. Wrong one. It's better to face the unknown boldly than stay in bed with what makes us miserable. Thank you, Rebel. They are fun. It's better to face the unknown boldly than to stay in bed with what makes us miserable. When we are unhappy with our job, we look for other options, but we'll never know what's next unless we take the plunge. Another one is frustration. Frustration is a result of disappointment. Typically, you're frustrated. It's a result of disappointment, anger, and hurt that haven't been expressed. If you have anger and hurt that haven't been expressed, instead of fighting back, we resign. Why try? It didn't work that time. Why even try? Why bother? So we sit in our misery. The feeling of helplessness leads to brooding and the belief that happiness is meant for everyone else but us. Happiness does not happen for people like us, right? It's only for other people. We can't blame others for circumstances, and we can't keep stewing in our own juice and swallowing our pride, right? Dare to speak your mind and set boundaries. We want to be loved for who we are and not because we're easy to handle. We want to be loved for who we are and not because we're easy to handle. Does anyone in here want to be loved for who they are? I think we have to first know who we are instead of faking it till we make it for other people, right? This is a totally different subject, but the whole thing about being loved for who you are, I saw this girl that's here on TikTok, and she does things on pet loss, and she does the whole greeting to the Rainbow Bridge for pets and things like that. And today she talked about the loss of a pet and why it's actually so hard when you're connected to your pet. And it was so powerful what she said, because she said, she's been wondering a long time why it was so hard for her when she lost her pet and why she still misses them and why sometimes it still gets to her. Yes, family you lose and it breaks open that wound, but a pet. And she said she finally figured out why we struggle so much with losing pets. And she said that our pets love us for who we are when other humans aren't around. And she said, you're you when there are no other humans around, no other people, and you're there with your dog, dancing in your underwear in the kitchen, right? Crying and sobbing, acting out of control. Your pet is there. Your pet is there when you have the ugly cry because you're sad or because you've lost someone that you love. They're there for you. They're there for you when you're being an asshole. They still love you. They still want you to pet them. Hey guys, they still want you to pet them. They still want to climb in bed with you and love you. Isn't that powerful? When you lose a pet, you lose something that sees you and loves you for who you really are. How do we find humans like that? Right? When you lose a pet, it hurts so much because you're losing the love of something loving you for who you really are when no one else can see it. I think that's powerful because we want to be loved for who we are and not because we're easy to handle, right? They just come up and cuddle to you. They love you. They don't care. So when you lose a pet, it's kind of the same as losing a loved one, but not really, right? Because we have all these things and arguments with people, right? We have all these discussions and arguments and good and bad memories. And with pets, it's like, there you are. They come up to you. They love you no matter what. You can be, you can have a big old fat butt and be dancing in your panties and bra and they love you. You could be butt ass naked, dancing or in the shower and they love you. You can be peeing in the bathroom, right? And they don't care. They come in and they love you. They don't care. They see you at your weakest moment, at your grandest moment, and they love you just the same. It doesn't even matter. So when we lose our pets, we lose something that sees us and loves us for who we are. I love being loved and not because I'm beautiful. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I don't even respond sometimes to people who say different things that are, give me substance, right? Yeah, they guard the bathroom. They love you. And I think that that's powerful. Right? It's powerful. We lose them. We lose a love that's relentless and loves us purely for who we are when there's no other humans around. That's the real us. That's the real you. Anytime there's other humans around, it might be close to the real you, right? But I think that that's powerful. Fear of failure. If we believe that we can't make it, we give up before we even have taken the first step. I feel this so strongly. Failure is on the cards when we enter new territory, but with each try, we can learn how to improve, and eventually we're going to succeed. Even if we're willing to embrace failure as a valuable experience to learn from. I say this frequently. Babies that are learning to walk do not give a crap if they fall. Why do we? Right? Why do we? It's going to take us some time, right, to grow into whatever gifts we may have, into being who we want to be. Babies do not care if they fall and bust their butt. They'll cry, they get back up and do it again and again and again and again and again until they master it. When did we lose that? Right? When did we lose that ability to continue on even when it hurts because we want to do something? We lost that along the way. We need to find that again. Don't start a spiral of self-fulfilling prophecies to prove yourself that you're a failure by approaching new challenges half-heartedly. Okay? This is something that we do, and I want you to think about it. When you're scared to do something, you half-ass something because you know it will fail, and you have this self-fulfilling prophecy that we do. Oh gosh, of course, off limits. Isn't that crazy? I love my dogs and my cats. So don't start a spiral of self-fulfilling prophecy, right? I'm not going to do it because I know ultimately it's just going to end and I'm not going to be successful. So why start? Self-fulfilling prophecies to prove yourself that you are a failure by approaching new challenges half-heartedly, half-assed. Okay? Always give yourself the best possible, even if it might not be enough. Eventually, you will succeed. If you go into something new half-assed, you're going to get a half-assed return. It's true. It's very true. You're going to go into something half-heartedly, half-assed. That's what you're going to get. You won't get back the full return that you want. Now, sometimes you might say, I'm going for it fully. I don't believe that everybody fully understands what that means, right? Going for something 100%, no matter what, you're doing what you want. That is powerful. Because that means you're putting aside the fear, you're putting aside frustration, you're putting aside what happened in the past, and you're just giving it a go. You're not thinking about self-esteem because you're going. Go. I am so called to do empowerment workshops and things like that and speak in front of people. When that actually happens, if it happens, I'm going to be terrified. Why am I even trying? Because I want to step outside my box. I feel like there's more out there. Okay, and that's what I want to do. More. Do more. Be more. Be authentically you. Your medical class. I'm so glad you start Thursday. That's fun. That'll be good. So, thank you guys. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to read this to you and then we'll do some chit chat real quick, okay? This is just kind of a summary for you guys. Often our largest obstacles we face in our journey to personal and professional successes are not external challenges or barriers, but rather internal hurdles we unknowingly establish for ourselves. Self-limiting beliefs are born from past experiences, fears, societal impositions, and they can hinder us from pursuing opportunities even when they're right in front of your eyeballs. Okay? Right in front of your eyeballs. The voice tells us we're not good enough. We're not good enough. We don't deserve it. It's too risky. This can keep us in the perpetual state of stagnation. By learning to get out of our own way, we acknowledge these barriers and work actively to dismantle them, allowing our innate potential to shine through. Furthermore, clinging to outdated mindsets, redundant patterns of behavior can lead to a sense of unfulfillment and regret. Humans are evolutionary wired for growth and development. By continuously doubting our capabilities or second guessing every move, we negate the very essence of our nature. The risk of not venturing out, of not trying new things due to self-imposed barriers often outweigh the potential failures that we might encounter. Failure, after all, offers lessons, while regret stemming from inaction offers none. When you are on your last day of earth here, you're not going to be mad at yourself for all the great things you tried. You're going to be mad at yourself because of the things you didn't get to do. Lastly, by getting out of your own way, you provide space for introspection, learning, innovation. Without the weight of our self-inflicted limitations, we are free to dream, explore, and manifest. New avenues of thought open up, innovative solutions to problems emerge, and we become receptive to experiences that can change our growth. In essence, removing the blockages that we've set for ourselves is akin to unleashing the vast reservoirs of potential, creativity, and passion that lie dormant within us. The journey towards self-realization is smoother and more rewarding when we're not the ones obstructing our own path. How's that? We get so caught up in what other people think. We get so caught up in what other people think. We get so caught up in what we think. It's not even what we think. It's like what our parents thought. And it's what all the people around us as children thought. We are so scared to step outside of our box. And you guys know, if you follow me or you're in our community and stuff like that, you know that I'm passionate about a lot of things, but my most passionate thing is helping people become their very best self, whatever that looks like. I don't care who you worship. I don't care what you practice. I don't care, right? I want you to find, what does it take for Shelly to become her very best self? What does that look like? And so before we can know that, we have to dive in to see who Shelly is, right? Who are we? Most of us get to the age that I'm at and we don't know who we are, right? We don't know who we are, because who we are is a reflection of everything and everyone that's been around us. And we accept who they say we are as valid, when in fact, it's not valid at all. You're the only keeper of who you are. You're the only keeper of knowing what's going to make you happy. You're the only keeper of that. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your mom, your dad, your grandma, your grandpa, your friends, they're not the keeper of your happiness. You know inside you that there's something more, right? It's time to go find it. Okay. Your reflection has changed since this family, for sure. Yeah. No, our group that we have, I keep telling everybody, I'm growing an empire of empowered people to change the world. I'm Shira. But, right? It's not, you have to start knowing who you are. And if you don't know who you are, that's where we start, right? Who is Rebel, right? Who is Crow? Who is this? Not, oh, well, I'm a mom. I'm a manager. That's great. Who are you? Who are you? My name's Kitty. Okay, who are you? I am a person that has a silly dream to change the world. Like, there's me. That's me, right? I'm me. That's what I always say. I'm me. I'm so many things, but when it's all said and done, I'm just me and you're just you. But it does take work to start finding out who you are. And if you're in our group or you're over in our Facebook group, it's a great group to be in to start learning those things. We are so much more than our identity. Very much. There's so many bits and pieces to us. And it's interesting if you start thinking about that, because we're someone different in every single person's life. So it's so crazy that we go to other people for validation of who we are, because I'm a different person in so many different people's lives. Just like you are. I've always said I'm just me. That's what I say, Crow. That's what I say. I always say, people are like, are you a medium? Are you this? Are you that? I'm like, I'm just me. I'm a vessel for the universe. That's what I am. I'm just me. I'm just me. I am over on Facebook. So I have Craft by Kitty Lynn, which is just like the main business side or whatever. But I do have a private group that is called Blend Your Spirit. And it's over on Facebook, and we post a lot of things in there. And now we're starting to get guides and things like that in there that will have different information on all different topics in there. So you're welcome over there. Absolutely. You just have to come find us. It's kind of a private group, but it's growing, and it's a lot of fun. So I'm on here on Mondays and Wednesdays. I tend to try to do a weekend day as well, and I do different classes and stuff like that. You can post about crystals. Shoot me a message. That way I know if your name's different over there or something like that, but you can. I'm down for everybody just getting in there. Here's my prerequisites to be in our community is you want to become a better person, and you also want to help others become a better person. That's it. That's it. If you're wanting to cause shenanigans, then that's not a good fit, right? But if you want to help others, if you want to teach, I'm down. Yeah. Shoot me a message for sure. If you can't find Blend Your Spirit, just go to Craft by Kitty Lynn, and there's always places on there that I post for Blend Your Spirit, so you should be able to find it real easy. Actually, you can go to the link in my bio on here, and I think you can click on it and it'll take you right there, I think. So I hope that helped you guys. It's time that we start stepping out of our own way, right? Not be the mountain. There's a book that a girl at work recommended. It's called The Mountain Is You. It's really good to read to start determining what parts of you are in your own way. Self-doubt is always a huge one. Everybody struggles with that one, I feel like. Self-doubt and not feeling like, what if, right? I'm terrified of some of the things I'm doing. I don't even know why I'm trying, but I am doing it. So I am doing the first empowerment healing retreat in the spring. I will have some information on people who want to have that information that cannot go. The one that will be next fall, I don't know where it'll be at or anything, but it will be able to be on live. And so more people will be able to be a part of that can't travel. I try to keep things as economic as possible, but I also know schedules and conflicts and things like that are always different. My goal is next year to do at least 2 retreats. And then after that, I want to be, I want to be able to travel to do more workshops. So if you guys are, we're not going to be live necessarily at the one that we're at. No, because we'll all be blubbering and crying and stuff like that. We'll have some stuff for people who aren't there, but we won't be live. If you have a place close to you and you feel like I might fit, or you know someone that may want me on their podcast, or that I can interview for the Blend Your Spirit, let me know. Let me know, because I am always looking to expand and collaborate with other people. Averon, so we're going to have Zoom, but it's going to be specifically probably for you. So it'll be recorded. I don't know if it'll be live there. The one in the fall will have a full setup where it'll be a full live, to where you can choose to be a part of it. So I am working on it. That way you can be a part of it. So it's not that I'm not going to have it available for everybody. Yeah. I'll make sure you have some connection in there. Yeah, because just because I'm not doing a live doesn't mean someone else isn't. Catch what I'm throwing down. And that's okay. It's my first one in the spring. I don't know what it's going to entail, but I do plan on traveling. So like I said, if you have spirit fairs, if you have places that are close to you, you feel like I might be interested in looking into or speaking at, let me know. Let me know. I absolutely would love to expand and come and meet you guys and do different things. So I appreciate you guys so much. If you have any questions, please let me know. If you are active in Blend Your Spirits, thank you. If you want to go over and be active in it, please do. North Carolina. I tend to like people from that area over there. I'm not opposed to doing stuff over there. I think in the fall it might be in Florida, the retreat. I'm trying to look into Florida because I want it to be on the beach so we can have a beach thing. I want to have a beach thing. I want to have. Oh, Nicole, that just goes without saying. I can't even imagine. You know how excited I would be for that. So yeah, I want to make it all over. I mean, you guys that know me know that I have bands that I'm friends with that I love to travel and go see them. So I'm not opposed to going anywhere. I just have to kind of go towards whatever I'm being guided to do. But just river, forest. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure, and I'm not against a river or a forest. I want nature. That's what I want. So for the one in the fall, I definitely want nature. This first one is going to be this big, beautiful house. But in the fall, I'm hoping that I'll be able to grow to where I'll be able to financially kind of blend some of that in. So yeah, well, keep a lookout for places that might be good for me to do it at. So I definitely want some sort of lake, ocean, forest, something like that. I want us to go have a lot of different things that we can do and a day or two longer. So yeah, keep your eyes out. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing night. I'm sending out more packages tonight, and I do get some boxes. I get 3 or 4 boxes Thursday. So the Fairy Cottage, yes, in Tennessee. All right, guys, have an amazing, 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 amazing Monday night. I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.